Hello everyone, sorry for the inconvenience caused of the link, and let's start with today's live. Hello Saurav and others in the chat, and good evening. So every session so far, the worst mistake you could make was writing a query wrong and getting an error or a wrong result on a screen. Today, a mistake can actually destroy real data. Pace this one slower and repeat the safety warnings. They matter more than any syntax. Welcome to Code with NM. I am Nilesh Maurya, a software engineer, a founder of Code with NM, and your educator. For last 5 sessions, we have only been reading the data by using select, join, group by window functions, and more. Today's is different. We start changing the data, and this is exciting, but it's also comes with real responsibility. So I want you paying extra attention today. And before jumping into today's topic, I just want to show you all something before continuing. And for that reason, my camera will be off and I will be going a bit slower. I'm in a pain. I had a bike accident just now in the evening. My The bike completely fell on my right leg, and it's completely swollen. The third finger is completely swollen, and my leg also. So I'm unable to sit. That's why I'm sitting in this way. So my camera will be off. But as I already scheduled the live, so I don't want to disturb the flow. I don't want to postpone it also, as you are ready to learn and with dedication, so I am also ready to teach you all. So if I am being quiet for a minute, just please avoid that. It's due to the pain. Okay, so I'm turning off my camera and let's focus on the today's topic, that is much more important. Okay, so this is what we have covered in our previous session. Someone in the chat, take care sir, and completely understand your dedication is worth. Thank you so much. And of course this dedication is coming from you all give me the power to do this live in also the worst condition of mine, because you are ready to learn, I am ready to teach. So in the last session we have covered over and partition that keeps every row while calculating group values, then row numbers, which always have unique value even for the ties, then rank, it skips after the ties, and dense rank, which has no gaps. Lastly, we have seen lead and lag. Of course, it's previous and next row's value. Karthik in the chat, no problem, sir. And Saurav in the chat, may you get well soon quickly. Thank you so much. And of course, you all also be safe out there. So, accident, you can't predict. Accident doesn't happen always from your mistake, it's someone else's mistake, and they also face, their family also face, and the person also face with whom they get dash into. So some four-wheeler, they was in very speed on the highway. They jump into the bike lane and then they cut us. So with me, three and four bike people fell down and seriously got hurt because we are on the speed of 70 to 80. Okay, anyways, let's continue with today's topic. Akram in the chat, hi, welcome to Code with NM family. Yes, it's accident, it's majorly because of others. Because who wants to just damage your own bike or car? Who wants to does that? And even who wants to hurt themselves? Okay, so on today's deck, we will be seeing the first golden rule, then alter table insert, and select, update, delete, and transactions. Nothing but the CRUD, which is CRUD, create, read, update, and delete. So before before that, sir, if the coding has to be done on the phone, yes, that is possible, Akram. If you know my story, if not, I'll just give you a brief. I am not from a very rich family. Eventually, I have earned and built up my own many things, properties and other things. So initially, I just have a phone. Initially, I borrowed phone and book from others, and then I started learning and then started taking home tuitions. After that, I bought one smartphone, and in that phone, not just coding, everything is possible in your smartphone. I learned SQL, I learned Java at that time inside a phone only. And at that time there was no such app and websites, but today there are ample of app outside, so you can learn coding on the phone itself. You don't require laptop to learn technology. Okay, but it's convenient to learn on laptop because it's easy on a bigger screen as compared to phone. If your college has CCTV, just write a complaint note to your class mentor and your principal, and then they will find it how your laptop got missed. Sorry for your loss, Akram, and wish you luck for your future endeavors. Okay, so on today's deck, before starting it, let's understand something. Every query we have written so far was safe. If you made a mistake, worst case, you got a wrong answer on your screen and you just fixed the query and reran it. Starting today, that's not true anymore. So, for that, we need to understand what is the golden rule. So, golden rule of DML. Anyone of you all in the chat, what is the full form of DML? Someone in the chat, data manipulation language. Of course, you're 100% right. So, I will consider it as data manipulation. Okay, language is itself explanatory. So, before you ever run an update or delete, write the exact same query with where clause. For example, in a select first, run it and look which row is written. Yes, Saurav in the chat, yes. Only once you have confirmed those are exactly the row you meant to touch, then change your select query to update or delete. Okay, let's see this in action, and this is a golden rule. So, what I'm saying, let's see that in action, and then you will all understand what I'm saying. So, let me open my SQL. And hope you all doesn't have any query in all the previous life. Okay, so what I meant is always check first with select. So how to do it? So we all know my table. I think you all also have the same. Let me zoom in a bit, and from employees is my table name, where department equals to sales. And this is a very simple query. What it will return, you all know what it will return. So it generated an error, And the error, if you see, select from where department, sales limit 0 to 1000, XYZ, XYZ. Saurav in the chat, no doubt till now, but I can surely say that this session is very much easier than the previous one. I can understand the previous one was uh, a bit difficult, uh, but again, if you watch it twice or thrice, you will get it. It's just a matter of practice. Okay, I just rearrange this query, but again, I'm getting one issue, and what is this issue is all about? Karthik, I can see Karthik, I can see the guy who is answering the full form of DML, Akram, and Saurav. And soon enough, I think Zimam will also join. So you all can answer. I think this is very simple query. SQL has officially taken over my brain. That's good. But not just SQL, it should be Python, Pandas, and coming soon Excel. And if time persists, I will also try to add the Databricks to this playlist at the end. Select the database. Of course, Saurav, you are not 100, 1000% correct. That's what in every life I make new mistakes for you all to debug it. And this is the issue. If you closely observe, I haven't selected my DB. So if your DB is not selected, if your DB is not selected, then how can employees table which is residing inside the DB will be executing? So first we need to select the DB. Sir, it's ARQAM, not Akram. I'm very bad at pronouncing the name, so sorry for that. I will try to pronounce your name. No worries. Let's first select the DB and then we'll continue. Show database. Yeah, of course, I will show you the DB. Let me first select the DB first. And my DB is use, if you see COMPNY company underscore DB, and let's execute this, and it is successfully selected. And if you want to see the complete DB, select star from employees, and you can see the DB itself. So here is the complete output. Okay. Here is the output of the DB. Karthik. Done. Should I proceed? If you want, I can zoom in the screen a bit for you. Okay. We have 10 datas, first name, last name, department, salary, and hire date. Okay. So now let's continue. What I was doing was nothing but select star from employees where department equals to sales. So this output is predictable. It's very simple, very basic output. And let's execute this. So output is EMPID, first name, last name, department, salary, and hire date. So this query simply means where is nothing but a condition in SQL, and we are selecting everything from our table, and we are saying we are applying a condition only display those employees data who belongs to sales. Understood? If you see the data, department is only sales. So we have 4 employees who belongs to department. Now, why this is required, why I'm saying before updating anything, we need to do this is because once you have confirmed the rows are correct, means we have seen in the output each and every employee, Arav, Sneha, Isha, Rahul belongs to sales department. Now we can do the same thing, but we can update or delete the employees. Saurav in the chat, it is arranged by first name alphabet wise by default, or any reason behind this? So you mean to say if it is arranged alphabetical wise? No, Saurav. If you closely observe, S doesn't come before I. Isha, ISHA, is in the third row. It should be in second row. Then you can say, and also S comes at the end in alphabetical order. So it should be Arav, Isha, Rahul, and Sneha. But if you closely observe in the output, it is sorted with the help of employee ID 14810. By default, it always consider employee ID in a ascending order. Understood this? If others have the same doubt, I'll just clear it. In which format by default it is arranged. Okay. So now if your manager comes and he says, I want to give promotion to the employees of the sales department, means you need to update the original value of your data, of your table. Up till now, we were creating a temporary table or we were calculating and creating a temporary column. We were not touching the original data, but here we will be touching the original data. Okay. So I will be changing a few things over here. For example, we want to update the salary of the employees who belongs to the sales department. If question is understood by you, I will be using that update employees and set salary equals to salary into multiply by 1.05. So how much percent raise they are getting? Salary into 1.05 is how much percent raise they are getting. It's basic simple mathematics. If you all can answer that, and let me arrange this for you in a multiple lines so it is clearly visible. Now this is done. So the queries update employees, and we are actually updating the employees data, means our original table, update employees, and set after updating what we need to update. So that's why set is used. Set, I am updating the column which is salary column, and how I am updating, I am multiplying it by 1.05, 5%. You're good at mathematics, I think. How quickly you verify that it is 5% of entire thing? What was the calculation? See, maths is very simple. I don't want to complicate it. Salary into 1. 1 into 1 is 1 only. Means something into 1 is not 1. Something into 1 is something only. Anything into 1 is that thing. That's why that 0.05 into 100 makes sense. That 0.5 into 100 is 5% of overall salary. If you all got this logic, it's good. It was mathematics, not regarding to data analyst or SQL. If didn't, you got just leave it. You just update the salary by 5, 10, 100, whatever you want. I'm doing it because in company, majorly your salary will increase by 5 or 10% only, not more than that. Okay, let's execute this. You can see the initial value of their salary is 45,000, 48,000, 47,000, and 48,000. Let's see after giving 5% increment to the employees who belongs to sales department, what is the output? Okay, I've executed it and got an error. Let's fix this. Thus, now we have got something new. Up till now we were seeing 1046, 1046 or 1064. This is now new error code 1175. And it says you are using safe update mode and you tried to update a label without a where that uses a key column. Understood? I purposely just generated this error for you all to understand. Just if let me zoom in so you can also read what is going on. Okay, I think it is now visible on the screen. Okay, its the error code is 1175. It's new error code. You are using safe update mode. They are saying I'm playing safe, and you should always play safe when you are dealing with actual data. Okay, you try to update a table without a where that uses a key column to disable a safe. Understand the error you understood? Yes or no? In the chat, yes or no? Means thumbs up or thumbs down simply, or type yes or no. Now if I execute this, it will have the same error. Okay. One person understood, others. Yes. So how to fix this error? I've already tried one solution, because someone will say you have done it in a 3 line, make it in a single line. So I've tried it and I've executed again. It's the same error only. So what is the solution to fix this? And this is how we will learn. We will purposely generate an error and then we will fix it. And we are not by hearting the error that this is the only solution. We are understanding the error and what will be the possible solution to it. Turn off settings. Okay. Karthik in the chat is saying turn off settings. Now Karthik, how to do it? Saurav is also saying mode. So probably you all got the answer, but how to do it? I will wait for your replies in the comment, because I think you all are typing. And this is the important error. Okay. You see, I'll just hover on the error and it suggests us the solution, how to do it. It says to disable safe mode, toggle the option in preferences and then SQL editor and reconnect it. Okay, it's also suggests us the solution. So let's toggle the option in the preferences. Now where you will find preferences? In file, in edit, here is the preferences. I'm going slow because if people are facing this error first time or seeing this first time, that's why I'm going slow. Or else I can quickly do it and just move on. But I don't want to do that. Okay, this type of window will open if you go into the preference, and you can see it says workbench preferences. Now, how to disable the safe option? You all given the correct answer, but where you can find those? Okay, let's do this, as I am also a beginner and you are also a beginner. So being a beginner, what we will do, we will jump onto the each part, each section. This is how we usually do. Yes, I can straight away give you the answer, but that doesn't make any sense. You also should learn and explore the SQL. Okay, I've gone through each and everything, but directly I am not able to see the safe option. Yes, no, are you with me or it's getting over and above your head? Give me a thumbs up or yes or no something. Okay, Saurav is with me, others? Yes, little confused. Okay, I will explain you from start, but after we get a solution. Okay, the little confused one, I'm not sure what your name is. You're joining my live from long back. But you understood what is the error. We are actually trying to update the real table, real schema. And SQL has a default safe setting. That's why that error has been generated, and it is saying us that just disable that safe toggle option which is inside the preference. Understood up till now? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Then if people are doing with me, I will just show you again. Go to the edit. Here is a preference. Just open the preference. This type of dialog box or GUI will open in front of you. Yes. Then you need to go to the SQL editor. Here is the option. I will go quickly, then you will also get bored that I am stick on the one topic only. Go to the SQL editor. Everyone with me? Here in SQL editor at the below bottom, you will see save update, reject updates and delete with no restrictions. Okay, just untick this box, uncheck this box and click OK. Done. Understood what needs to be done? And then if I execute this, again it will generate an error because I've changed the SQL settings. I need to restart my SQL. So give me a thumbs up, then I will be restarting it or re-establish the connection. You can do either of the things. You can re-establish the connection also, or else you can just close the connection and again connect it. It's completely on you. So people, those who want to close it, go to the file. You can see the close the connection. You can reconnect it. Okay. Or else you can re-establish the connection. It's two methods. Yes, Karthik, you can also write, but that doesn't make any sense for the people, those who are beginners. I can do it with a query also. The same query I have written, SQL safe update equals to 0 for off and 1 means like boolean value true and false. But I am not doing that. I am not going through that approach. That is something called in advanced Excel. Okay, so I will be reconnecting to the server. To do it, just click on the query, which is the fourth option, and you can see the reconnect to server and click on that. And once that is done, just execute your query. And if you see, my query has been successfully executed now. That's why I was going very slow. It was only 3 click for me. If I done that 3 click very quickly, you won't get it in the first go. Understood? How to do a reconnection? In query, you will find this reconnect to server. You hit it and you will see your schema. Just refresh and then just execute this. Now everything is updated and you can see the green tick at the below, but you haven't seen any output. To see it, let's execute select star from employees and let's see, does our actual employee sales data has been executed or they have updated their salary by 5% or not. So let's execute the previous query, and if you see now their salary from 47,000 it has become 47,000. Let me zoom in for you all. Now 47,000, it is 250 rupees more, and Sneha's was 48, it is now 50,400. Same for Rahul because Rahul also have 48,000 and Isha has 47,000. So her salary is increased by 5%, which is nothing but 49,350. Understood? Yes, Saurav. You can also go with the M service in the window and switch off and on the SQL server. But the easiest way was Means for the people those who are working with the workbench, so you need to go to the edit preference, and inside preference you will find the SQL editor. Just scroll down, you will find that save option, untick it, click on OK, go to the query, and just reconnect to the server. This is the simplest and the easiest way. Done. We have successfully updated their salary. So this one habit, what is a one habit? To use where condition with your update query. This one habit will save you from the single most common and most painful mistake in SQL, running an update or delete with no where clause or wrong where clause on a real production table. You have seen many memes on YouTube or Instagram that people has deleted the entire DB itself. This is how they do it. They update any of the column or entire table without where clause. If you're using this where clause, first executing this and then checking the output, okay, I have selected the right rows or columns inside my table, and then you add your update query with this where clause, you will never make that type of mistake. Understood? Which is better, Python or SQL for calling out browser and downloading data from website with pull down menus and options like say let screen week one as to drop off and select an. Okay, there is a very brief answer to it, and I like to take it to the end section, which is where the Q&A is there, and then I will like to answer that. Saurav in the chat, don't understand your question. Are you Saurav, I assume you are asking to SMS C9Z. I know he is there in my Discord, but I forgot his name. Okay. Up till now, if it is clear, let's continue the third operation. We have just seen the golden rule, and this was the golden rule. I was explaining you the golden rule. What is the golden rule? First, execute the basic things and see the selected rows and columns which you want to update or delete or whatever you want to do it. First, see that is perfectly selected, and then start updating it. Okay. Okay, let's continue and let's see what is there in the PPT. Okay, alter table and insert. So let's start altering our table. So altering a table means you can add new columns or we can update the existing column. So we will add new column first. Let's add new column to it. So let me remove this, and I hope everyone is with me now. And I will now go a bit faster. So the query is we want to perform or else we want to add a new column with a default value for existing rows. Default value for existing rows means we have 10 rows, 10 employees data. So that are 10 rows, and we want to add a default value to it with adding new columns. Adding new columns means each and every row should have a value. For example, Rahul should have a value. If I am adding a new column, that column name is bonus. That this employee, or for example, let me explain you on this one only. This is, we have employee ID, first name, last name, department, salary, and hire date. This is columns, and 1, 4, 8, 10. Arav, Sneha, Isha, Rahul are 4 rows. So I am adding one new column here. It will add after the hire date, and I am naming it as bonus. And initially I want to add the default value to it. So initially I will be adding 0. I'm not giving any bonus to all the employees. Okay, I hope you understood the question, and let's see how we alter the table. So it's simple, alter and table, and your table name, in my case it's employees, and I will say add, and let me give the column name is nothing but bonus, COLU column, add column, and the column name is bonus, and the default value, so int default. Why int? Because I'm adding a default value which is a numbers, and numbers is nothing but integer in software engineering world. So that's why int is required, and the default value will be 0. Okay, let's execute this. And if you see at the bottom, that was success, and it says 0 rows affected, 0 records. So if you want to see the output, select star from employees, and let's execute this. You will see a new column added bonus, and the default value to each and every row is 0 because that was the value we have decided, the default value. Okay, you can see bonus column has been added, and this is in the actual data. I am playing around with actual data, actual table. This is not temporary. Up till 5 live, we were creating the temporary columns and temporary table, but this is now we are updating our live data. So that's why the learning of CURD, create, read, update, delete is easy. To alter table, to delete table, to drop the table, to select the table. This is easy. The command, the query is easy. But to play around with actual data is very difficult, because you can update, for example, if you want to update the salary, might in the case you will update a salary of RF which is 47250 to each and every employee. So every employee will have 47250 in real database. So this is the issue. You can delete the entire table. So that's why learning how to perform or update the actual table is important. Okay. Hope this makes sense, and it is very easy. So altering a table changes the structure of a table, adding, removing or modifying the columns with default value, in our case it's 0, means every existing employee automatically get a bonus of 0. So nothing breaks over here. We have just added a new column with name bonus, and the initial default value is 0. Up till now, if you understood this, yes, Saurav in the chat, alter will update the schema structure. I just want to add, Saurav, in your comment, that alter will update the schema structure means adding, you are adding the new column which is changing the structure, of course, whereas update will only manipulate the rows. Of course, you're right. The understanding is right. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. And let's jump to insert, because the topic was alter and insert. So I think you all know how to insert into table. Yes. If I want to insert new value in the table, I have employee ID, first name, last name, department, salary, hire date, and bonus, which is we can see from my output over here. Okay. We can see that. So it's nothing but insert into employees and this all things, and then value. Okay, let's add one new. I don't want to teach this, but I've already taught this in session 1, but I'm doing it again because it's a part of the topic. So meantime, you also can perform this. I know you all know it now. It's very simple. Employee ID, comma, first underscore name. Okay, I got hurt in my leg, but my brain is not working. That is the pain receptors works in body. How many of you have bio in your 11th and 12th? I just want to know how good you are at bio. Yes, of course, Saurav in the chat, insert into employees value. You are perfectly correct. Karthik, alter table, rename columns. Renaming the columns with the help of alter tables. Okay, I will show you one example, and you will be understanding what is the difference between update and alter. Okay, and so I'm not sure what name of this guy. It says 1 minute, and he's pointing out. I think he's pointing out that he has bio in 11th and 12th, because I had bio. I am an engineering student, but I had my bio, so I'm good at body, how body, our human body works in that mechanism, how the cells works and other things like. If not, just learn about few things over it if you are interested in AI and stuffs. So you will find the difference between God made intelligence, which is nothing but a human brain, and what is the difference between artificial intelligence. Then you will understand easily that what is actual artificial intelligence, because I have seen many videos on YouTube and also on Insta, and the people those who are discussed with me, they are saying automation is artificial intelligence, and I say you're completely taking it as wrong. Automation ML model is not an artificial intelligence. But when I come to that topic, I will be teaching AI. When I will be coming to that topic, I will be just telling you what is actually artificial intelligence. I'm just basically inserted a value named Divya Rao. She is from department marketing. Her salary is 53,000 and joining date is 2026 801, which is 1st of August, and her ID is 11. I've just used the simple insert query and I'm just showing you that I have successfully added her. So if you see, up till now we have 10, and now if you see, we have Divya Rao marketing 53, and then okay, and automatically the bonus has been added. I have not added this bonus. That's what I was going to show you. This at the end, if you can see, okay, if you see this bonus, let me just this bonus is by default being added with the help of that query we have already executed. That alter table employees add column bonus int default 0. So if you add new employees, you don't need to add bonus as 0 or anything. If you want to add bonus as 10 or 20, then only you need to mention in the insert into employees, or else you just leave it blank. By default it always be 0. Understood what I am saying? Topic is easy. Theoretical knowledge of today's life is on a complex side. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, one understood. Others, see, this was my query. Let me bring the query in front of you. Let me just undo this. See, at the end, it's just the hiring date. I have not added the 0, the bonus part in this entire query. Okay, then to by default it was added because alter table query, if you remember. Let me have that in the screen. I'm getting the thumbs up from you all, but I'm explaining for those who didn't got it. Okay, so because of this, any column has been newly column has been added, it will get a 0 default value. Okay, so this was insert and it was very easy, and I think you all have already seen it. Okay, so let me jump on to the next part. And this was the basic insert, but now today we will see something else. So that something else is insert into select. That's why I made a quick revision for you all for insert, and today we are going to see insert into select. So here is a powerful pattern. Instead of typing out values by hand, you can insert the result of a select query directly into another table. Perfect for achieving or reporting. Sir, too much English for us. So let's see in action and then understand it. So let's create a new table, because the definition says it can directly add into another table. So we need to have another table first. So let's create it. And how to create a table? The command is very simple. Create table, table name. So I will be giving high earns or earners. Let's see, high earners. And they will basically have few things. For example, first thing is EMP ID, and EMP ID, of course, it is an integer. Then the first name, and the first name is string, which is nothing but here varchar in SQL. And let me copy this because The next it will have the department, so I need to just change the first name to department, and the last is they will have salary, and the format of the salary should be int. Okay, now let's execute this. Don't miss out the comma or else you will face an error. Done. And let me just minimize this all, or else the query is not it is not visible in one go. I think now it is visible. Let's execute and create a new table, and I've executed it. See, I've scrolled down and you can see the output. Okay, now let's insert into this, and to do it I will be using our existing table. Our existing table means our existing table is nothing but employees. Saurav in the chat, pulling selected data wanted column into new table, I think. Yes, of course, that's what. But if others didn't get it, what I am doing over here, I've created a new table with EMP ID, means employee ID, first name, department, and salary. And here what I will be doing, I will fetching this data from our existing table, which is nothing but employees. So I don't need to do it again and again. Okay, which is simply nothing but copying the matching rows from employee straight in. So let me have that in place. Select into high earners, sorry, insert into high earners, and select EMP ID and first name. And this is very simple, like usually we do insert into employees and then in parenthesis you write all the column names. Same I'm doing over here, but the format is a bit different. Let me have space after the comma so it will increase the readability to you all. Done. And this selection insert into high earners, understand that I'm inserting into high earners, which is my newly created table, and I'm selecting employee ID, first name, department, and salary from my another table, means already existing table, which is nothing but employees, and we want high earners. So let's create a condition. To create a condition in SQL is nothing but using where, and high earners means salary more than some amount. So I'm going with 60,000. You can go with your desired amount. Okay, and now if I want to see the output of high earners, so I'm also selecting everything inside high earners. Okay, before that, let me just cut this command and execute the high earner first to show you that we don't have any data inside it. So see, EMP ID, first name, department, and salary. So our high earner is completely empty. It's completely empty. It's null. If you say it's null, we have no records into it, and now we are getting that record from our employees table. So now if I execute this, you can see we got the highest earner or high earner from our employees, which are from IT department. The salary is 65,000, of course, Rowan and Karan, and 71,000. Understood? So this is just what Saurav in the chat is saying, pulling the selected data. Selected means the condition data which is on line number 4. If you see salary more than 60,000, that is selected data, and from the desired column into a new table. So I'm getting it from the into new table from our previous table. Understood this? In this way, inserting is much more easier. Why this is important? Understand this, the value of it. You have a millions of records of data in real world, actual table. From that, you will be creating your own desired table. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you understand this. Also, if you closely observe in this query, no values, values, values keyword needed. The select statement result become the rows being inserted, the column order and the count from your select must match the target table. That means employee ID, first name, department, salary, which is in our new table high earner, should also be present in our already existing table. So column name should be matched. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you all understood this. If not, I will explain you again. Okay, got thumbs up and like I love the new emoji. Okay, let's move on to the next part, and which is nothing but, let me open the PPT. Sorry, I'm going very slow, I know, and it's due to the pain in my leg. Okay, the next is nothing but update. So update changes existing rows. So someone in the chat was asking me, let me open the live chat. Uh, okay, he was asking about the alter table name. So I will be coming to that too. Let's understand the update. Update changes the existing row. Let's start safe using our golden rule. So what we want to do over here, we will do the same thing, and I want you all to write me or help me to write this query. We want to give 10% raise for each and everyone belongs to IT department, and applying my golden rule, we will create a query. So what needs to be done first? The first step is check the rows. Check the rows. How we can check the rows? Tell me. Okay, I was quiet for you for a bit and just given you hit. The first check will always be check according to our condition. So what was the thing our manager is asking us? He wants to give 10% raise for each and every one belongs to IT department. So first check that we are selecting it correctly. So select star from employees where department equals to IT and check the output. Then second, give everyone in IT a 10% raise. So it's simply, of course, set salary. Saurav in the chat, very good, perfect. But what is the method I need to use over here, Saurav? Saurav saying set salary equals to salary into 1.10, which is nothing but a 10%. But one important thing, what I need to use in the step 2, I will jot it down because Saurav answer is correct. But there is one important thing before this setting. One. What is that, Saurav? Rest everything will be same. Where department, because we only want to give 10% raise to IT department. What is missing in this step 2? What is missing above line number 6? And then step 3 is very easy. Step 3 is nothing but the same thing in step 1, just copy pasting of the same code, confirm the changes. So what is the one thing we are missing over here? Yes, Saurav, SMS, 1 minute, Karthik. Okay. So Saurav, it's not select star from employees base salary. No. What we are learning, the topic is nothing but update. So we need to update. Giving 10% range means, understand the question, that this is important. Understand the question. Giving 10% range means in the original table we are giving 10% range means we are updating the salary column of IT department with 10%. Of course, you will get a 10% hike means your salary was 100 rupees. After 10% raise, it will be 110, and that 110 will be your original salary now. Understood? So that's why we need to update the original table salary column. So the only missing part was update employees, means update the table, and then we are setting the salary column by increasing it 10%, and it's only for the IT department. That's why this where condition. Understood? No worries, no sorries. Is us who make a mistake, then only we learn it. That's how I also learn it. If you are not making a mistake, then you are not learning it. Okay, understood. And the last step will be the this only, select star from employees, because it's the confirmation. So it will be the same only, confirm the changes. So this will be the same step. Understood? Step 1, step 2, step 3. And this is how in interview they will give you a question. They will say, I want to raise 18% salary for marketing. So you need to, in front of them, write this step 1, check first, and then talk with them. Okay, in first step, for the safer side, to play it safe, I'm checking for the sales or marketing or with whatever department they are asking. Then write that you want to give everyone in marketing or sales an 18% raise. Then type your query and make them explain them, and then confirm the changes. In this way you will show how powerful or how good command you have on your SQL knowledge. This is the way you should break down a problem and then you solve it. Okay, so let me just execute everything, and then officially we should update IT person salary by 10%. So let me remove this and then execute it. So yes, of course, we have selected the IT person, and we have only two IT person, Rohan and Karan, and they are department IT and salary 65 and 71. Okay, this name, department and salary we need to check. Okay, good. Now let me remove this and let me execute the update query, and I have executed, and you can see at the end 2 rows affected. It says let's remove this and then let's confirm the changes. And if I execute this now, the salary has increased to 71,500 and 78,100. If this output is not visible, I think it is visible. So Rohan's salary was, I think, 60,000 and Karan's was 71,000. After getting 10% raise, their salary has been increased. Whatever 65,000 I think Rohan has, or whatever salary he has. No worries. Understood? This was very simple, how update works and how question you will be getting on update. But here I will be adding one more twist, and then we will be seeing one more update. This was the easiest one, but in real world and in interview, this level of easiness won't be there in interview or real world. So let me complicate the query more. So in real world, you won't be updating only a limited values or limited rows. They will ask you update multiple column at once for one specific employee. For you all, I'm making it easy for one specific employee. But in real world, you need to work with more than 3 or 4 or 5 columns with more than 100 or 10,000 or lakhs of rows. So you need to update multiple columns and multiple rows. But for you all, I'm just updating the question, update multiple columns at once for a specific employee. So let me have the question on the screen. This is the question, update multiple columns at once for one specific employee means one specific row. Okay. So I will, in this example, I will be writing the entire query. So update, simply they are saying us update. So we need to use update. Okay. Update, and we will be updating in our original table, which is employees. And here I will be updating two things, their salary and of course the bonus also. So bonus, we will be giving them a 5,000 bonus. Don't go with the calculation I'm doing over here. It's a random thing I'm doing. And here our motive is to understand I'm updating two columns, bonus and salary. Okay. Or else you will say you're giving 5,000 bonus and you are adding 2,000. That doesn't make any sense, of course. But I want to show you the different values we can update. That's why I'm going with it. Here, this is tricky. This is tricky one. The question was update multiple columns. Of course, I have selected bonus. I have selected salary. I've updated bonus with 5,000. I've updated salary with 2,000. But for one specific employee, so we need to add condition. Now, how you can select or do this changes for one specific employee? Everyone in the chat. If you all got my question, how I can update this specific value means line number 3 for one specific employee. How we can specify employee and limit it to one. I'm just giving you a hint using where condition, where clause. Perfect, Saurav. Yes. By employee ID. We have employee ID and I'm interested to update this values for one employee. So I'm giving it 1. That's not the reason. I can update it for the employee ID 11 or employee ID 10 or employee ID 7, whatever employee ID you want. So I'm going with 1. You can go with any employee ID. Department or employee ID. SMS, you can go with employee ID only. With department, you have many employee in single department. For example, in the screen you can see IT has 2 employees. So if you go with department, it is very difficult. You need to specifically go with employee ID. And here is no condition that they want to update from a specific department. So why to bring department and make it much more complicated? Okay, let's remove the question and execute this. And of course it is successful. So with the help of select star from employees, we will see give me a moment. Yeah, employees, and let's execute this. Okay, let's find that one ID employee, which is nothing but Arav. So you can say Arav, you can see Arav Sharma sales 492500. So initially Arav's salary was 472500. It is increased by 2000, and of course bonus by 5000. So of course the calculation is not right. I've increased given the 5000 bonus and increase his salary with 2000, but for you I have just done this. Okay, understood it. If you want to know, our salary was initially 47250. Just go back in this live and you can find that we have given a raise of 5%. At that time, we increased the salary of Arav, and then again we have increased with it 2000. And I know you all have got this. This is very easy, but this is how you can update multiple columns at once. Okay, let me show you one very bad thing that a very bad or worst data analyst or SQL engineer, data engineer will execute. Update employees set salary equals to 50,000. You all tell me, if I execute this, what will happen? Perfect answer. 1 minute. Can you type your name? As clap for you. Sort of, it won't give an error. It will successfully execute this, and 1 minute answer is perfect answer. So how I will explain this? First, danger, 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 danger. Do not run this because we don't have nowhere clause. This would set every employee salary to exactly 50,000, and that is why I am not running this query. Look at it, there is nowhere clause. If you ran this for real, every single employee, all of them would instantly earn exactly 50,000. And this is number one real world SQL horror story. Always check your where clause before you hit run, or anytime you working with update and delete. That's why I have just given you the golden rule, the 3-step magical step you need to follow if you are updating your original table or deleting it. Understood? Give me a thumbs up if you understood all. This will set. Okay, I got one thumbs up. Others, this will set each and every employee's. And why it is danger? See, if you have a salary of 1 lakh, and how the salary system works in real company, nobody sit manually and they transfer the salary to into your bank. There is a system which works on databases. So in databases, if your name and in your name column the salary shows 1 lakh, you will get 1 lakh. Your manager shows 2 lakh salary, he will get 2 lakh. But if someone execute on that DB this type of query, each and every person salary will update to 50,000, and then automated system will credit 50,000 to your bank account. And you will think, what happened, what went wrong, why my half of the salary is been credited, where is other half? Okay, so I hope you all understood this. That's why this is very danger, and never run this type of query in real time or when you are practicing, because this query is missing where clause. Where clause means nothing but where condition. And of course with where also, don't try to run it. Follow my golden rule. Okay, my type writing with mouse is very difficult. Any which ways, if you all got it, let's jump on to the next part, which is nothing but delete. This is another dangerous thing. So let's see it first. So we have added the employee 11. If you see Divya Rao marketing 53,000 at the end, let me zoom in. If you see the 11 ID, and let's remove that particular ID, 11th one. Okay, so I will follow my golden rule. I don't I'm not getting a, I'm not being a smart hero over here, overconfident. Although I know SQL and working on SQL more than 10 years, but I don't want to jump directly. I will follow my step 1, and for you all I'm writing this. I can do this in my head too, but you should be habitual to do this. Step 1, check first. This is the golden rule. And what needs to be checked? We need to delete the employee ID. So first check if that ID is there in our DB or in our table or not. First thing first. Okay, to check it, select star from employees, and I will have where, because I'm only interested in employee ID 11. Simple. This is my check 1. Then step 2. What is step 2? Step 2 is a spelling of step, STEP. Step 2, just a second. Let me complete this and then I will answer. Can you SMS in the chat? Can you use separately Excel draw? Yeah, I will try. Delete specific. Okay, let me remove this. Delete specific employee MPI. I am not typing that much. So the query is delete from, of course, from our table where emp id equals to 11, because I'm not executing this. First we will execute the step 1 and check if 11 id exists. If he or she exists, then we will delete it, and then step 3, the confirmation. Okay, step 3. And if you are thinking that you need to do this again and again in real world, you don't need to type this step 1, step 2, step 3. Once you're comfortable, you just need to check the id, then of course this 2-line query, and then again just copy this and paste it again. Okay, but here in confirmation I will not have where condition over here, because we have deleted the employee ID 11, so we know it doesn't exist. So we will see the entire table itself. Okay, in step 3. Understood? So let's execute everything step by step. First let's check it is there or not, and of course we know it is there. So in output you can see 11 Divya Rao marketing, 53,000 joining date, and bonus 0. Yes. And then let's execute the delete query. SMS I will try to do it from the next live. Today I'm just taking the live. It's very much for me it's very big deal. I'm unable to sit. I'm half seated in a half standing position. So I've executed, and you can see it says 1 row affected at the bottom. If you want to see here, one delete from query, and it says 1 row affected. Okay, it got this here. Okay, I think you all understood this. And let's just confirm that 11 ID means Divya Rao is now missing or deleted from our DB. So if you see, we have now only 1 to 10 ID, the 11 is gone. So this is how you need to execute delete query in SQL. Okay. Now again the trickiest part. 1 minute. The most important SQL skill, remembering the where clause before deleting it. And of course, I will add to it, not just delete, but for updating too. And Saurav, appreciate your hard work. Thank you, Saurav. And this is the most dangerous thing, most dangerous thing, what this will do in real time. You all answer me. This command, if I execute this command, what it will do? Only three words: delete from and our table name, which is employees. What this will do? The answer is very simple. Ah, Sir, thank you for that. I burst out in pain. I just burst out in laughter. I'm not on camera, but you can heard me. Yes, if you execute this query, not just you will be fired from job, also they will be charging a case on you with a huge amount. The amount will be in millions. Okay. So this query is again danger, danger, danger. Do not run this with nowhere clause. This would empty the entire table. Every row and column will be, every row will gone, column not. Every row will be gone. And yes, what as Saurav is absolutely correct on this. You will be fired from job with a with one or more than one court cases. Okay. You might also hear of truncate table employees. You might have heard truncate. It also empties an entire table but faster, and it reset things like auto increment counter. We will see that the key difference in delete remove rows one by one and can be undone with a transaction rollback is the most setup. And if you're not sure what is transaction rollback, leave it. I'm just comparing two things. There is a truncate in SQL and there is a delete. If you do truncate, generally you can undo it, but if you use delete everything or delete table, there is no chance you will get that data back again. Delete 1 minute in chat, delete all records. Karthik, we can't redo it. Yes, of course, in truncate you can redo it. Sorry, truncate is much harder to undo it. I will just give you both of the examples. But here's the table as per syntax, like update after table was amended, meaning deleting one entry. If you add where clause and deleting one entry SMS, then with the help of where condition, it will delete only one entry. But this is delete from employees and we don't have any condition. So SQL will see that delete everything row by row. And it can't be undone with the help of transaction rollback. There is a transaction rollback. In truncate, it is harder to do it, but we can get a rollback of what we have executed. But it in delete, it cannot be undone. Once it is deleted, for an example, you all know computer. Yes, you all know your Windows 10, 11, 8, 7, whatever you are using. If you do a file delete, it will basically go into your recycle bin. But if you do a shift delete, then it is gone. You can't get it back. That's the difference between truncate and delete. Okay. And firstly, go into a new startup. Yes, Sara, but this is now in IT. I'm not sure you all know or not. There is a background verification. They will call your previous organization and get a feedback from them, and then there is a relieving letter, and there are much more things once you leave one organization and join any startup or new organization. They will do your background verification. Okay. There is many things in the chat. Let me go one by one. Before running delete, I would like to check the query 10 times. If you are running delete, not just 10 times, make sure you check it 1 lakh times. Okay. SMS in the chat, table to be updated after amend. I meant after deleting 11 employees, the prior example, 11th employee. Yeah, yes. We have just removed the 11th employee and you can check the table. Okay, so let's see. I hope you all understood the delete part. Okay, and I will be in Q&A session when I will be showing you, and not in Q&A. Then I will be showing you safety things to do this. Okay, how to delete and get rollback and other things. So let's see that. Let's jump into that directly, and that is the next topic itself. Your safety net transactions. So here is a single best habit I can give you today. That is transactions that let you try a change, look at the result, and undo it if something went wrong before it's permanent. For example, delete is permanent, but inside transactions we can undo things. So let's jump into the example itself and let's observe it live over here. Okay, so I'm doing it inside transaction means I need to start a transaction. Okay, this is how you can start transaction. And then I'm updating in employees, and I'm setting a salary equals to salary, means I'm giving a 10% increment to finance department. This is just a basic example I'm checking for you all. So do we have any finance department over here? First, let's check the output here and below. So we have one person in finance named Vikram Rao, and the salary is 60,000. And we have only one in finance. Yes, we have only one in finance. So giving 10% hike will make Vikram Rao from 60,000 to anyone. Okay, let's execute this. Meantime, you can calculate what is 10% of 60,000. It's very easy, and it is successfully executed. Now let me select that particular individual because we know it's 66,000. You all are smart. You all are smart. Yes, of course, it will be 66,000. And here where department equals to finance. Okay, let me remove all this and let's execute this. I can see 66,000 as you all correctly said. And if something went wrong, I can do rollback over here. You can do a rollback. So let me remove the above one. We can do in one go also, but I am doing it one by one for you all to understand it. Say I have rollback, and if I roll back it, let's check the above query again. Does it roll back or not? Does it roll back? Let me scroll, zoom in. Does it roll back? Yes or no? In the chat. I want to see yes, 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 because from 66, it's again roll back to 60,000. Yes. And I don't think it was any mistake, but I was teaching you SMS why update is not placed after the changes as against start. Are you talking about the query? Why update was not placed? Because this is inside one transaction. Okay, SMS, understood this. First, what I have written, let me have that everything on the screen. If I have anything before this start, let me remove this for you. before starting a transaction, if I have update query, it will do it permanently. This is transaction means, understand, this is a box or a block of code. Yes. So this is a block of code. Inside this block of code, I can revert back to the original code, or else I can make that code permanent. There is two option only inside transaction, that is known as rollback or commit. So rollback, you have already seen from 66,000, it made it 60,000. If there is no mistake, I can commit it also. So to commit it, the command is just commit and then execute this. Okay. And then if we see this again, you can see that commit is there. What is the commit? The rolled back commit is there. Okay. If you don't want to roll back, you want that changes to be permanent, you need to have in this way. Just a second, let me have all the code in the screen. Commit means making that changes permanent. I will execute this, and after that I will execute this. Okay. If you don't want to roll back, why this commit or rollback is important? You have started a transaction, so there is two way only you can go, if and else. So if you can roll back whatever changes you have done, or else you can commit the changes to come out of this transaction. If I execute this, the salary of Vikram Rao will be permanently 10% hike, which is nothing but 66,000. Or else if you have rollback in place of commit, then the salary will be 60,000 only. It will add 10%, it will raise 10%, and then it will jump to the original part. So original part we have already seen this. Let's execute this query and make the changes permanent. So I've executed it. If you see the below output here, it says commit. It says commit. And now if I do that select query, let me undo. If I execute this query now, you can see that permanent changes. Okay. Let me have that changes first. We need to run this again. Now it is done. And we need to commit it also. Okay, and we don't need this. So this is the actual code. This is the actual code. Done. You need to execute, start a transaction, whatever you are doing, setting the salary and increasing it by giving a 10% raise with a where clause department, and then you're committing this transaction. Up till here it is temporary. Committing it will make it permanent, and after making it permanent, then you can do select star from employees where department equals to finance. Okay, so let's execute this, and let me give you it in the chat. You can do it at your end. And now let me remove this, and we will see that particular employee. Okay, now if you see, okay, why it is not 72600, because I have ran that query twice. So it added 6,000 and then again 66,000 10%, which is nothing but 6,600. Understood? Yes, this is, we have updated in original table. Before committing it, it will also what we can say, Yes, it will there in original table. This is reflecting original table. If you want to see that, and before committing also, yes, start transaction. After that start transaction, whatever you do, you are doing that update query is nothing but you are updating your original table. So start transaction make it possible to roll back or commit it. Yes. But in my case, I've executed the query twice. That's why it has given 20% raise. That's why the output is 72600. In your case, it will be 66,000. So its simple explanation is start transaction, become a draft mode, a temporary mode. Changes aren't permanent yet. Then you run the inspect query, which is nothing but select to inspect the result as many as time you want. Then there are two things: rollback undoes everything since from start transaction like it never happened, and commit make the changes permanent for real into your original table, original data. So in a real job, specifically on early stage, get into a habit of wrapping risky update and delete statement inside a transaction. So it costs you two extra line and can save your entire career from one bad Friday afternoon. Understood? So I'm simply saying just start everything with the start transaction. It will save your job in short. Not just job, your career also. You have heard red remarks in school or in colleges. In job also, that is also valid. If your relieving letter has a red remark, what is a red remark? Simply they will say this employee is very bad, doesn't perform, and he or she has deleted the entire database, and that relieving letter is required in your next job or wherever you are applying. Then your career is gone, nobody will hire you. Okay, if this makes sense, let's jump on to the next topic, which is nothing but, oh, a business case, a real world business use case. So let's combine everything into a realistic workplace, and let's say finance approved a 10% raise for the IT department. Before applying it, they want the current salary archived for audit purpose. Then the raise should be applied safely. Understood the question? Live with Dharmik, yes. Red remark means a bad feedback. I can say a worst feedback, not just bad. And your name suggests you also do a live. I will be interested in watching what live you are doing. Okay, understood the question. They want to give a 10% raise to IT department, but before applying it, they want the current salary for audit purpose, and then that raise should be applied. So I've already have the output on the screen, but that is not important. See, output is not important. Understanding the problem, breaking down into a multiple steps, and then starting the query is important. So let me open the SQL, remove it, and if you understand the question, let me give you the question in the chat. Not actually, but I am an editor. Oh, just ping me on my Discord, and I will love to give my videos to you to editing, and whatever the charges you have, we can discuss on that further on. But I only discuss everything on Discord. So how to join my Discord? I just forgetted the link for today's. Join the Discord, introduce yourself in the Discord, and then you will get all the access to the channel, and we can take it from further on. Because there are 35 videos of DSA and I'm not getting time to edit it. My uh brother, my big brother, he's 42, 43 in age. He's an animator, a lightning artist, and a 3D artist. Majority, whatever green screen or animation or 3D effects you have already seen in many movies, he have worked in it. Now he is a senior manager in his company. He doesn't work. But I was very small when he was just uh, doing V-Ray and Maya Max. These are the softwares, Photoshop, After Effects, Adobe Premiere Pro. So I was learning with him quietly. I just jotting down everything. So at that time, I learned how to edit the green screen effect and other things. Okay, and that was some out of the topic about me. Okay, let's start. Let's step one. Step one is archive current salary, IT salary before the changes. So I will have that step one on the screen. Okay. So how you can do this? How you can archive the current salary? Think on it. I can give you the solution, but I want you to think on it. This is the brainstorming. If you can think this, you will be outperforming an interview. How you can take the values from one table, archive it, and then share it to finance department. And we have learned it in today's live only, how to do it. Archive. Okay, understand this. Archive, if you're not getting it, archive means you want to share some data out of your Excel. Your Excel has 100 records. You want to share 10 records without sharing that Excel sheet, because you are the one will be updating that sheet permanently. So how you can share that 10 records with others or with me without changing anything in the original table? It's simple. See, the answer is simple. I will create a new table and I can have IT department salary inside that new table, and then I can share that new table. So in this case, I am not updating the current IT salary because that is in the new table, and I am updating their salary by 10% in my original table, which is nothing but employees. Understood? I can create two Excel sheet. One is the employees. In the second sheet, I can have only employee who is in IT department. I can share that second newly created sheet. I'll just read your message, Saurav. Sure, I will do it. I will do it. Sure, I'm open to do it. Okay, let's see what I'm saying. Archive. So I will be creating a new table, and let's say salary underscore audit underscore log. This is a new table I will be creating, and in this table I will be only storing the IT persons data, because in question they have only asked us archive current IT salary before changing. So before changes we need to store their salary, their information, and then we need to share it with the finance department. So first name, where care, of course 50, and whenever I see 50 I just remember that pachas tola, just automatically it comes into my mind. And change date. Okay, this I will be creating a new table, and then we have seen this insert into a newly created table, which is nothing but salary underscore audit underscore log. I love to give this type of name. You can give whatever you are comfortable with. And let me have space over here for the readability. First name is the same thing what I have created the above, the table and the table column names. That's the same thing, and I'm saying old salary because we will have the new salary in place, and I will be explaining you why the change date is also required over here. Okay, or else if you understood this, just you tell me why change date is required. uh, Okay, let me have few things here. Yeah, I think now it is readable. And then this all value, from where we are getting the employee ID, first name, salary. We all are getting this from our employees table. So we are getting employee ID, we are getting it, we are getting the first name from it, and also we are getting the salary. And this is something new I'm showing you. This is a function inside SQL. CUR date is current date. So your CUR date is nothing but current date. And why I have used the current date, if you got it, it's very good. If not, once I complete this, I will be explaining to you all. And of course, never to forget condition, which is nothing but where clause, because this all we are doing on IT department. So here what I have done, I've created a new table named salary audit log, which I need to share with the finance department before giving them a 10% raise. So I'm interested in ID, first name, and old salary. Okay. This current change date, I'm using the current date because in that newly created table, I want to store the current date, because from this date we are giving them a 10% raise, but we don't have anything like a current date in our original table. That's why in a new table I have created a new column named as change date, and I'm passing a current date value in our change date, so we can keep the record that old data with the old salary they have on this date, and from that day onwards we have given the 10% raise. Why this is required? Because on which date, which month, which year you got a promotion and a salary hike, this is also important. Okay. And this all data, employee ID, first name, and old salary, we are getting it from the employees table, but they are only interested in IT department. That's why this where condition comes into the picture. Understood up till now what is going here? The query is bit too long, so I will be executing the query in parts. So first let's create the table. Let me remove this. Step 1. Step 1, I think you all understood. Yes? No? This is extra. Done. Let's execute this and create a new table. And if you see, the table has been created, of course. And if you want to see the table, yes, Karthik, yes, thank you for responding. Now let's select the table itself and see if it is created with any data or no data is there. I know the what is there inside table or what is not, but for you all I am doing it, so you all also get a rough idea. Yes, of course, Saurav. Yes, it is like a previous one fetching the required data. Okay, but again, if we are like, I am also confident enough, you all also confident enough, but again, in real world, never to be confident. Let's check it because it's 2 line of query only. Let's execute this and we can see employee ID, first name, old salary, and the change date. Let me zoom in this. So we can see we got the IT, because we know in IT Rohan and Karan is there. Of course, their old salary 7,800 and 71,500, and change date is nothing but today's date is current date 21/8/2026. It's 21st of August 2026. So both have the change date, means that current date, because from now onwards we are giving them a 10% raise. So we can share this table data with finance team, and now we can update the 10, we can give the 10% raise in our original data, which is nothing but employees. In this case, this data won't be getting affected with that 10% raise. Yes, but again we are working in the real world scenario, that this is the step 2. Let me write it down. Apply the raise safely, because this is a real world. So to apply it safely, we need to do it inside a transaction. Understood? So let's start the transaction. First you need to start the transaction before running update or delete query. So let me start it, and then we need to update employees, which is our original schema or original table, and we want to give 10% raise, so which is nothing but 1.10. Okay, and don't forget the where condition, or else it will be a mess, because we want to give, or finance department want to give this raise only to IT department. Okay, and after that we need to confirm that they got 10% hike or not. So below we got their old salary 71,500 and 78,100. After giving the 10%, we don't need to calculate it, we need to know it should be more than 71 and 78. That's it. So the query will be select star from employees where department equals to IT. I think this is predictable, this line for you all now. This is for the verification, and let me remove this part. This line number 2 empty space and line number 6 empty space is not required in the real world, but for the readability, that's why I'm just adding the space, or else it is not required. Let's execute this and see the output. Do they got an raise? And if you see carefully, see the output, this is our original data with bonus, hire date, department, last name, first name. Yes, Rohan salary was 71,000, it is more than that, means our query has executed successfully, and current salary was 78, it increased to 85,000. Yes, now we have started the transaction, means these changes are, I think Saurav has asked is these changes were there in our original table. See Saurav, this is there in our original table, but is it permanent changes? No, we can do a rollback over here and we can go to the original value, or else if this look fine to you, the changes is good enough, then you can commit it. So we just need to remove everything and we need to type commit and semicolon, and once I execute this, these changes will be permanent in our table, original table. So if you want to check it, just execute this query again. The query is select star from employees where department equals to IT, and if I execute this, you can see that changes is permanent now. If I remove this where department IT, and if you are only interested in the entire table, so now you can see, just see the IT Rowan 78 and IT Karan 85. But if I change this to salary underscore audit underscore log, we still have their old salary here. See 71 and 78. Okay. I think the salary is not updated by 10%. You can do the math of 71500, 10% of it, and 78100. If you want, I can do it right away. Let me open the calculator. 78,100, yes, current salary. And how you calculate 10%? If anyone knows how to calculate 10%, yes, the salary comes around 85910. And let me see the previous output is 85910. It's absolutely correct. It comes out to 10%. Yes. If you're saying it run it twice, I ran it way back. I ran it twice way back. When time of it, their salary was 60,000. So I ran it 66,000 and then I again make it more than 66. It was 72. That was, I think, in finance. Suraj, hello sir. Hello Suraj. Welcome to Code with NM. To answer this, I'm not fine. I had an accident today evening and I will be going to the doctor. I was planning to reschedule this live, and I called my doctor. He wasn't available, so my mom applied basic Indian moms. They applied haldi over it, turmeric, hot turmeric with some onion and everything. So to control the pain, so I can sit in live for you all. But again, that doesn't work that much. I have a massive accident, so tomorrow morning I have scheduled my appointment with the doctor, and I need to. I'm just fear there is no fracture or crack in my bone, or else it will be difficult for me. But for you all, that will be a good thing, because if I am unable to walk from tomorrow morning, then I will be having 4 lives per week for you all, because then I will be applying for work from home, and my office ultimately they need to give it because this is a genuine reason. Then we can go live. Not I'm coming live 3 times a week. Then I will be coming live 4 times a week for you all. So I always try to find the good things in a bad situation. Okay, I hope you all understood how I've solved a real world business problem. So I've already given you the question, and let me have the complete thing with question in front of you. Okay, this is the complete question. And first step, what we have done is created a new table. Archiving means you have this archive option on WhatsApp, on Instagram, or Telegram, and XYZ. I think now you all understood what is archive means. Means having your data backup in a zip file. That is nothing but an archiving your data. But here in SQL, we didn't archive the complete table with hire date and last name and with department, but last name was missing, hire date and bonus was missing. So we only archived only selected things like employee ID, first name, and old salary. I'm not sure if this is all visible. Okay, let me open this in VS Code so you all can see it in one go. And don't worry, I will be sharing this all with you in the Discord. So if you are a part of the Discord, I will be sharing this with you all in a PDF format, as usually I do. Okay, I have here the question, and bear with me for a few seconds. I'm opening my VS Code, and the formatting completely gone once you copy paste from SQL to VS Code. Okay, step 1, step 2, and the last step is nothing but commit. Okay, let me have the VS Code in here. And now if you see, okay, let me okay, if now I think it is visible to you all. This is the question. Finance approved a 10% raise for IT department. Before applying it, they want the current salary. So that's why in step 1, we have created a new table, salary audit, and we have just inserted into that table very easily with the help of our original existing table. And now you all know what this CUR date do. It stores the current date. And then step 2, I don't want to do any mistake, that's why I am playing safely. So I am started a transaction. Inside transaction, I've updated the employees column salary with 10%, but I'm only interested in giving a raise of 10% to IT department employees. That's why this where condition. And then I've cross verify my changes and I don't want to roll back it because the changes was perfectly fine. That's why I committed it. If you have made any mistake, instead of commit, use rollback. So this is the complete solution. Okay, let me just copy this entire thing. I think I've already shared the question with you all. This is the solution to it. And then we will jump on to the next part. Okay, I'll just done with this chat thing with limit, character limit of live chat. Oh, again it is a character limit. Done. Here is the code and you can enjoy that code. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you all understood this real business use case, because this is what you will be doing on your job. This is exactly what a careful analyst does in a real company. Archive first, change inside a transaction, verify them, then commit it. Notice we create, then insert into using select and insert together, then update inside a transaction, basically the entire session in one task. Okay, so let's see what is next in our palette, which is nothing but try it yourself. And first thing first, easy, medium, and medium hard. So this is a warm-up question. Insert a new employee, Kabir Malhotra, and his department is finance. Salary is 58,000 and hire date is son. This is very basic and easy. I won't give you the solution of this. This is very easy. Problem 1. I want you all to give me the answer. Yes, Karthik, I will answer your queries. After this, there is an interview question and then Q&A session. So just bear with me up till I reach the Q&A section. I don't want to disturb the flow of the life. At the end, I will be answering everything. I will be scrolling up the person, those who have questioned many things like SMS has and you also. I will answer each and everything. Insert into employees value, absolutely correct, Saurabh. This is the output. Insert into employees, then employee ID, first name, last name, department, salary, hire date, and then values. So Kabir, we have deleted the 11th ID. So Kabir ID will be 11 and Kabir Malhotra finance 58,000 and same. So it is very easy. I'm not going to give you the solution to it. It's basic. So let's jump on to the medium one. Safe update. The title is safe update. You can see I am on this part now. Let me have my pen over there. We are doing and solving the medium. Give every marketing employees a flat 4,000 raise. Check with select first. Perfect, Karthik. Your answer is absolutely correct. Same as Saurav. Let's jump onto the medium one and solve this one. The question is easy. You need to give each and every employee a 4,000 raise, but that employee should be from marketing department. And check with select first before doing anything. That is a safe update. And this is also easy. We have seen this in today's life. Meantime, if you are not getting it, I need to also start typing the solution. So first thing was to check it. So select star from employees I will do it in multiple lines for you all to get it. Where update employees where department equals to marketing, set salary equals to salary plus 4,000. Absolutely correct, Saurabh, but the formatting of your query uh, is a bit off. And your answer is correct, but due to formatting, I can give you 3 out of 10. Select EMP ID, name, last name from employees for department equals to marketing, update EMP. Perfect, Karthik. You're on point, and that's what I am doing over here. Although Saurav answers is also correct, but Saurav, your where condition should always be after the set. Where condition will always be at end, and at very end it should be ordered by. There is a format of. Yes, perfect. Now, Saurav, you have corrected yourself and said salary, and Karthik here also is absolutely correct. So, others, those who are not getting the output, for them I am doing it. So, this is how we check it, and then we update it. So, directly we need to update our table. In my case, my table name is employees, and then we need to set the column, which is nothing but in our case we need to give the raise of 4,000. So plus 4,000, and where department equals to marketing. Done. This is a simple output. Easiest one, and I think Saurav and Karthik has absolutely nailed on it. They both got it correct. Okay, so let's jump on to the hard one and let's see who solved it. Again, save delete using a transaction, because now we are talking about delete. We can do we can also use the transaction in the second one also. You can use the transaction here also, but in delete you must, this is 1000% hard coded thing, you in while time of delete you need to use transaction. So using transaction, delete one employee, verify with select, then commit or roll back, whatever you want to do. Okay, Saurav. Yeah, just hold with that query. I will answer it. Let's complete the medium hard one, and then I will explain you. Out of 10, yes. I will just tell you what you have just given me in this way. Yes, your was this. Yes, I am very much genuine to give you 3, or else if you execute this query in SQL, it will give you an error, because there is a sequence. I've already explained you in one of the live. There is a sequence how SQL execute things. So first thing first, it will go to line 1, line 2. So it will find update. After update, it immediately wants to find the set. If you have where before it, see, it says where is not valid at the position. It is expecting set over there. Where should always come at the end of any query, and at the very end it should be ordered by. Understood? Meantime, others can focus on medium hard. So due to the formatting also, you can get 0 in the interview. I was general, I was giving you 3. But because if they ask you to execute your this query, ultimately you will be landing up generating an error. So always remember where is at the last and ordered by is at the very last in query. Rest, your logical thinking is good. It's just about the syntax of the SQL. So I think you're doing great in SQL. Okay, let's jump on to the last part. Others, those who are solving it. If you want the question on the screen, using a transaction, delete one employee. verify with select, then commit or rollback, whatever you want to do. If you want to do the permanent delete, sorry, if you want to do a permanent delete, you can do a permanent delete. Or else you can roll back. This is also very easy. If you want, I can give you the answer. Start transaction, perfect. This is the perfect. Saurav has started with start transaction. So I will follow what Saurav says in the chat, or else what Karthik is saying. Oops. I'm started the transaction, then we want to delete it, of course. So directly jump on to delete. From, of course, from employees. Where is important thing over here? EMP underscore ID. So we don't have 11. So I want to delete the last one, 10. Perfect, perfect. Karthik, perfect. Karthik saying delete from employees. Yes. The last thing is nothing but you want to verify it. So how you can verify it? Perfect. That's also correct. Saurav, delete employees where ID, you want to delete ID1, you can delete it because there is no condition which ID we want to delete. And then we want to verify it, then select star from employees. This is for the confirmation, verifying that in your case, Saurav, that 1 is gone, my case, the 10 is gone. Perfect, Karthik. Yes, we all are on same page. And if you want to permanently delete it, you can do commit. That's Karthik is absolutely correct in the chat. He's saying make it commit. Of course, Saurav, you are also correct. But if you all want to roll it back, you don't want to delete it, just have rollback. Perfect, Saurav. Perfect, Saurav and Karthik. You are absolutely nailing this live. Okay. So this is a simple 4 line. It's bare minimum words too. It's not, I can't say this is a line. It's bare minimum words. But this simple thing and any mistake to the simple thing can cost you your job if you forgot doing this inside a transaction. Okay, so you can permanently delete the entire DB. And my mind is senior developers, senior database engineer, SQL engineer, data analyst might they have some fight at their home, or they are not well, and then too they need to work overtime, so they can do this type of mistakes. So this is your data analyst career start, or SQL engineer, database engineer start. Make a habit of it, that I have given you golden rule. Step 1 in your brain, don't type it in front of everyone. Just step 1 in your brain, write the query. Step 2, write the query. Step 3. In this way, you will never go wrong if you follow this golden rule for more than 10, 20, 25 years. Yeah, in Q&A, I will answer you the truncate and delete one. Okay. If this is clear, let's jump on to the next part, and I will be then starting the Q&A, and I will be answering everything. Okay, the interview question you will get asked is nothing but, first, what's the difference between delete and truncate? Okay, uh, it's I didn't I've created this PPT way back, but sorry, your timing is very good. You asked this, and the first question is that only. So the answer to it is in the live chat, and of course I will be adding the answer to the PDF. This is the answer, and let me read it out to you all. Delete removes row one at a time, can use a where clause, and can typically be rolled back inside a transaction. Truncate empties the entire table at once, is usually faster, reset auto increment counter, and is much harder, often impossible to undo. Yes, Karthik has absolutely answered it. It's permanent and temporary. So delete is temporary if it is inside transaction, but truncate is permanent. It's often impossible to undo it. Any doubt you can ask me. If it is clear, give me a thumbs up. I will move on to the second question. If you want more specific answer to this, like delete is DML, data manipulation language, whereas truncate is DDL, data definition language. The difference is delete removes specific or all rows, and truncate quickly delete all rows from a table by deallocating data pages. This is actual definition, but I don't want to confuse you all. That's why I was not mentioning the DML and DDL. And the major difference is you can use where clause in delete, but you cannot use where clause with truncate, because where deletes everything. Sorry, truncate deletes everything. Delete as per rows or your condition. But in truncate, as it delete everything, you cannot use where over there because it will delete everything. Yes. And remember, delete can be rolled back inside transaction, but truncate cannot be rolled back. And of course, why delete is slower? Because it goes rows by rows. If you're deleting everything, or else with your condition, it will find that particular data according to your condition and then delete it. So iterating over the millions of data is difficult and it's slower. But as truncate delete everything, so it is faster and easier. Okay. Maybe delete all records without where. Yeah, if you doesn't have where clause and if you're not inside the transaction, with the help of delete also you can delete everything. That's why in real world we never use truncate. We use delete only, and that's why I'm teaching you delete inside transaction. I'm not teaching you truncate. Okay. Second question. What happens if you run an update or delete without a where clause? And see, this is also a coincidence. Karthik, you are asking this, and the second question is that only. What will happen if you update or delete without using a where clause? So, yes, for delete, you're absolutely correct, Karthik. It will delete everything. So let me give you the definition first and let's read it out together. It affects every row in the table. Update without where changes every row values. Delete without where empty the entire table. Always double check your where clause, or better run the same where as a select first. And most better thing is run everything inside a transaction. There is a chance to roll it back. Perfect, Saurav. Yes, it will affect the whole table. I think you all got it. So let's move on to the next. What are commit and rollback and why do they matter? This is also very easy question and answer. So let me send you the definition and then let's read out it together. So after start transaction, changes aren't permanent yet. Commit makes them permanent. Rollback undo everything since the transaction began. They give you a safety net to verify a change before it's final. Essentially, when working with real data. Simple. And that's what we have learned in today's life. Okay. Let's jump on to the next part. I think that it is nothing but it will be a recap of today's life. So of course it is a recap of today's life. So what we have learned in today's life is nothing but the golden rule: always test your where clause with select before update or deleting. Next is alter table: change the table structure, add, remove, modify columns. Insert into select, copy query result directly into the another table. Update set where, modify existing row, never skip the where clause. And the fourth one is delete and where, so remove rows, never skip the where clause. Truncate, I've never thought you truncate because it will delete and empty the entire table and it is hard to undo. And of course the transaction, so start a transaction, commit if you want the changes to be committed, roll back if you are thinking that what the changes have made it's not good enough. So yeah, that is your safety net for risky changes. Yes. So the next part is the practice. This is the homework for you all. The first one is add a new column email to the employee table using alter table. Second is nothing but use a transaction, update the finance department salary with a 5% raise, verify with a select, then commit. I think second one we have seen a lot more example in today's life. Third one is nothing but create a table junior employees using insert into select for higher date after the date is incorrect over there 2026, because this PPT I have created way back 2026, and let's make it 8 1st of August, 1st of August 2026. Okay, because I from years I'm teaching in offline classes, so that's why this PPT is from way back then. And the last one is attempt today's 3 practice problems if you haven't answered it in the live chat. And if you're thinking, okay, I'm getting and learning the old syllabus, mind it, this was the same sequel when I was learning in way back 10-12 years before. So the concept is same, the query is same, the command is same. It's never ever have been updated since it was created. Same with Java, same with C, same with Python. Okay, the next. Okay, we have come to the end part. Great work, everyone, and great work, Karthik, SMS, Saurav, and 1 minute, and others, those who were answering it perfectly in this live. Great work, guys, learning today. The next session is nothing but advanced SQL, and in that we will be saying case statement, views, indexes, and I think in my previous live someone was asking about the indexes and date, string, function, and more. So make sure you subscribe this channel. This channel is for your growth, for yourself only, and everything is absolutely free. So let's open the floor for Q&A. And meantime, I will be scrolling up. Okay, let me scroll up. I think sort of you are clear with truncate, because you are asking, is there any use of keyword truncate? Yes, there is a use, but we never delete any data in real world. That's why we never use truncate. Yes. And any other question? Let me scroll up the live chat. And if there is any new queries, you can ask me now. I think SMS asked me one question, and sort of replied to him that what he was asking, he didn't got it. Don't understand your question. Yeah, I just found it. Okay, let me Yes. Okay, I got it. So SMS question was, which is better, Python or SQL for calling out browser and downloading data from website with pull down menus and option like say lead screen. Okay, week one as to drop select in on. So pull down menu, you mean to say drop down menu, because in UI we say drop down to it. So let me answer this straightforward. For this use case, I'm considering this as use case SMS. So for this use case, I would recommend Python over SQL, because SQL is nothing but a uh, database, of course, and if you're using MySQL, it is database management system, a software. So if the website has a drop down like LED screen, week one in your use case, this was the example, you need to select those options, trigger the page and download the resulting data. So Python is the correct tool to do it. You can use tools like Selenium or Playwright to automate the browser. Select drop down, click buttons, download file, and then use Panda to clean analyze the downloaded data. SQL comes after that. Once you have the data, you can load it into MySQL and use SQL for querying analysis. So typically flow will be your website. You can use React and HTML, but you asked me in your use case, you asked me which is better, Python or SQL. That's why I'm limiting myself to Python and SQL in this answer. Okay. So typical flow will be your website, which is if you are saying it is based on React and HTML, then Python or Playwright, then download data, then pandas, then MySQL, then SQL analysis, and then Power BI. So don't think it like Python was a SQL here. They will solve different part of their problems. Understood? Give me a thumbs up if you understood what I just given you the solution over here. Any other queries? Let me scroll again from there. I think I've answered this sort of. It is arranged by first name alphabetical way. I think I have answered that. Okay. Worst subscription of my life. Thank you so much. 1 minute. This SOS login, only one data is pulled. Data is updated live. SOS. I'm not getting what is SOS. Are you? Do you mean SSO? Do you mean SSO? If you answer me yes or no, then I can answer it. SOS is okay. Meantime, you are answering. Okay. I will answer this considering that is an SSO single sign in. Yes. So SSO login and website only allows one authentication session per data. See login, how login works now. Now you all making me jumping from data analyst equal to a backend and UI. This answer is completely on backend side. One user, as you log in your YouTube or in your Gmail or whatever you are logging in, it is a session per data. You can only log in with your Gmail at one time at that particular session in your browser, and then pull that approach changes suddenly. You can still use Python and Selenium SSO login, then select drop down one, then select drop down two, then download data, repeat for the next combination. For example, LED screen week 1 download, LED screen week 2 download, LED screen week 3 download. Hope you understanding it. The important part is that you don't need to log in again and again for every download. Keep the same browser session. If your session is there, you're not logging out, you're not closing your browser, you're not opening a new tab and closing that tab. If your session exists, that's why the cookie ID and session ID is there. Yes. So browser session is alive. automation for the drop down selection is possible. If you want a high level architecture, the good architecture is SSO login, authenticated browser session, select your product, select the week, download, change the week, download, repeat this, then pandas, combine, clean the data, SQL, Power BI. Second step, then you're asking me to debug your code in live, and I don't have your code, so how can I debug it? But the architecture is this only, and it is very much possible. This is known as data scrapping from website, and I have done way back in 2011, I think 2011. I'm used to saying 2011, 2012. I never say 2011 or 12. Yeah, so you need to change your Python code, or else you're using Selenium, though you need to just look into that. This is the data scraping, and it is very easy. If you're using AI, that's why you're not getting the logic. Don't use AI, create your own logic. AI will give you only first layer of scrapping. It won't help you to loop this out, that once selection of product is done, select week 1 is done, download, then change the week, download. You need to have that block of code, that changing of week and then again downloading and repeating this step is missing from block of your code. Anybody, see, this is automation. You can scrap from any browser, because here browser doesn't matter. If you are using Google, use Selenium. I can achieve same thing from Edge, from Firefox. Firefox is the best, and if you want, and nowadays Brave I think is the best. But if you want to use a debug tools and everything, Firefox is the best. But I worked on Google only, Google Chrome, because in real world they provide us the Google Chrome as a browser, not Edge. But Firefox is the best. Okay, Karthik's question: SQL SQLite or MySQL? Okay, your question is SQLite 3 or MySQL is same. Yes, Karthik. So let me answer this. Both are relational SQL database, but they are not same. SQLite is a lightweight serverless database stored as a file, great for small application, local project, testing and prototyping, creating your prototypes. If you know, we don't directly go and create our websites, we first create prototypes. Prototyping is not on just the physical hard drives, or if you're creating a robot, you created one finger or arms. Okay, it's not just limited to the hardwares, also in software we create prototypes. And MySQL, full database server designed for multi-user application, larger dataset, production system, and web slash backend application. And if you are asking, if your question is limited or in or around data analyst, I will recommend learn SQL concept and MySQL first. Once you understand the fundamental of SQL, what is SQL, how it works in MySQL, you can move on to SQLite, PostgreSQL, SQL servers, and there are ample of it. I don't want to name it, because the core concept remain the same. The SQL concept remain the same. Okay, anything else? And let me give you my Discord link. Those are new over here, they can join with this help of the link. Sorry, I have just forgot to attach the link today. Meantime, others can ask their other doubt. Either it can be regarding the data analyst or SQL, or anything else like SMS is asking. I will go on Discord and will search for SMS name. Just a second, I will answer that to Karthik. Let me find the Discord link. Saurav says no. Saurav is very much clear. Meantime, if others you want to answer my one question, what do you want to become in a field of software engineering? ML engineer, ML ops engineer, data analyst, data science, data scientist, backend engineer, front end engineer, full stack engineer, full stack cloud engineer. Meantime, I will answer Karthik question. And I'm also interested to know what Sora wants to become. Okay, no question, Karthik. Karthik says in chat, okay, understand. I feel SQLite is a library, same as MySQL. Exactly, you think of SQLite as a database engine or library that can be embedded directly into any application, while MySQL is a separate database server system. So your understanding is almost correct. So in short, SQLite is embedded lightweight file-based system and MySQL is server-based relational databases. Data engineer, analyst, backend. Okay, good. Backend in Python. I will recommend use if you want to be a backend engineer be backend engineer in Python only, because in data engineering Python will help you, and of course in data analysis Python is the biggest thing. Others, I want to build a career as a cyber security engineer. Of course, this is also a trending and very interesting career nowadays because of the AI boost. Gen AI engineer, Karthik, it's perfect. Gen AI engineer is next level. Let me ask you one question. If you want to be a Gen AI engineer, I think you have researched on it. What does Gen AI engineer do? And for the cyber security engineer, I've just uh, there is one of my student. He see me as a role model, and he is in last year of his cyber security engineer. So he want a project on cyber security. He just connected with me. I just guided him create a project and used AI inside it for the analysis on cyber security. So cyber security, for example, like there is a cyber attack on India, US, or China. So if data is available, get that data, study that data, create an AI, and then of course do a analysis that what type of attack it was and how your system can protect it, and this type of attack won't or it will never happen in the future, and then provide a detailed report of it to the seniors or person in authority. So this type of project he needs to be do with a proper dashboard, workings, live data, everything. It's much more complex, but I'm not going into all the things I have shared. Discuss in the career guidance session. Okay, yeah. I am doing a career guidance session, so I just completely forgot about it because I'm doing so much things. Let me show you. This is my website, and the people those who are interested to get a career guidance, they can book a career guidance with me, and it is a very structured career guidance. It is not just one session. In the first session I will understand about you and what you want to become, and create a roadmap, what is the learning curve and everything for you. The next session is depend on after how many months, days or weeks we will be meeting. In the next session we will be understanding how far you have came, and then the second session will be your profile shaping, if you have already existing profile, or else we will be together sitting and creating your profile means your GitHub profile, your projects, and the LinkedIn profile, because what people sees they buy. In short, in Hindi, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So if your profile it's not speaking about you as a data analyst or data engineer or else AI engineer, Gen AI engineer, cloud full stack engineer, they won't be hiring you or selecting your resume or profile. So the second session with me will be on this, and the third session how to hunt a job inside, means in India or outside India. Simple. So it is divided in the three session. Initially 10 session was free, but now I've made it a very bare minimum 99, because I need to store your data and I need to invest my 1 hour or more than 1 hour with you all, sit and understand your pain point, your curve, your, because many of the students have a career gap, education gap, they don't have a massive fee structure of fees to invest in big courses. So I give them a free route to how to achieve a BS cybersecurity engineer, a data engineer, whatsoever. But that 1.5 hours or 1 hour session with me, and that is a three session. So if you pay 99, you will get a three session, and up till you got a job, you are placed as an intern or a junior engineer, I will be guiding you. So I think 99 for your career is nothing. Saurav in the chat, I really thankful to you two for recommending this channel on homepage few days back. My main focus is on full stack development, but don't know what to do in AI for implementing it with the full stack. Saurav, I will be happy to guide you. Full stack development. Initially, I started my career as a backend, then front end, then I jump into full stack, then I jump into the cloud engineering, and I am full stack cloud engineer with AML and ML ops stuffs. So I directly didn't become the full stack. There is a proper thing. Real world, I was a backend Java developer, then front end Angular, then React, and then learned many technology, jumped from one organization to other organization, and sometimes I've jumped within organization, within teams, within products, and by contributing in the projects, real world projects, I've learned many things, and that type of real world knowledge I will be sharing one on one with you all in my career guidance. Okay, Saurav, please guide me. Yes, of course, Saurav. If you're happy to enroll in career guidance, I will make sure that to guide you and turn you into a full stack development developer with AI capabilities to it. How you can integrate your AI models to your full stack projects. Everything I will be guiding you. And of course, in this career guidance, if I have any reference to the job, if I have any reference, I have many reference, but I am not started posting in the Discord. If you see in my Discord, there is a job hunt channel. So I will be sharing all the reference and how to apply on that job with you all soon enough. And I've already helped 35 students in career guidance prepare a proper roadmap for them and also recommend a few of them in MNCs. Karthik, build LLM model. They have deep knowledge about NLP. Yes, if you are talking about Gen AI. I've completed my Python playlist from your list and also attended all quiz. That's good. 1 minute. And soon enough, I will be keep on adding more quiz, so that will improve your practicing and making yourself more confidence in Python. Sort of, there are more expectation from full stack dev from backend to cloud to AI nowadays. I think there is uh, more expectation from all the developers, including QA testers, including front end, including DevOps, including MLOps. See, job is like they are paying you and you need to perform 300 times more what they are paying you. And the demand in industry, yes, of course, you are right. There is more demand of full stack compared to backend and front end. They want full stack developer. You should know testing, you should know front end, you should know backend, you should know cloud technology, for example, Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, everything. Of course, GitHub Actions and other things. I don't want to name all the technologies, but they want everything from one single engineer, and for that they are paying 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 35 lakhs. So that's why the demand is more on that side. But of course, it is equivalent to AI engineers and ML engineers. They are also getting a higher pay. 1 minute, thank you. That would be great to attend more quiz. Yes, of course, definitely I will be adding more quiz. Anything else from you all? Keep on asking more questions and clear as many as doubt here in life, because I'm actually an industry expert removing my time for you all. So take benefit of it and make most out of it. Take care. Thank you, Karthik. I will definitely take care, and you all also take care of yourself. Saurav in the chat, no, thank you for this session. Thank you, Saurav. Take rest and get well soon. I never rest, Saurav. I never rest. That's the my biggest weaknesses. I never rest, but I will try to get well soon. I will sit and I always sit and work and create. So okay, I just don't want to just uh, give you all this, but I'm working on a real AI, and I'm creating my own AI, and which can control my system. For example, I'm lying on my bed from my WhatsApp or from my any other social application. I will give the command to my AI, and it will do as many as possible tasks which I want that AI should be doing. For example, I want that AI to create a quiz and post it in the Discord, or else create a quiz and post it on Code with NM website. I will just lying on my bed, I will just type create a quiz on Python on topic for loop, and just give this to my AI, and it will generate it and upload that quiz onto my website or a Discord. That's why you master most of the technologies. Saurav in the chat. Yes, Saurav. Because I never rest, and I always uh, explore new technology, learn it, practice it, create many projects, and get a absolute hands-on knowledge on it. That's why I master many of the technology. I only sleep 4 or 3 hours in a day. I think I sleep at 2 and wake up at 5:30 in the morning. And this is not from now, it is from uh, I was a small kid. That's amazing, sir. 1 minute. Wow, thank you. Karthik, what is the ideal month or year take for cover deep learning and ML and NLP with the project if as a beginner? So ideally, no one can just say the month or year, because it depends person to person and how good grasping power you have. If you can sit for 12 hours constantly every day for few months, you can master it within 3 months. You can learn Python, learn data analysis. Then of course you need to learn data science, which is nothing but ML, creating a model, understanding the model, then hidden layers, adjusting the hidden layers, of course the epochs and everything. That then you will be jumping into the deep learning. And then of course then starting with the NLP with the textual things. NLP is completely on the textual data, the stop words, the keywords and everything. And this can be achieved within 6 months if your grasping power is good enough, and you can sit for 12 hours. And that I know that is not possible. So that is a complete, starting with a Python, it is a complete roadmap of 1 year if you're dedicating 3 to 4 hours daily for this. 1 minute, your journey is inspiring. Thank you so much. I've never shared my journey 1 minute. If I share it, then it will be more inspiring to you all. As I say, I'm not a rich kid. Uh, my dad has one small shop, like grocery store. Like, he used to sell rice, wheat, biscuit, milks, and everything. And from third standard, I used to help him in the shop. I was in Xavier's. I come from school after one. After one, I directly come at a small shop with my dad, and I used to help him up till 12th standard. With my JEs, I've studied my JEs and everything inside that shop. I used to sleep and eat with my dad inside that shop. So I've done a very hard work to reach up till this point, and that is why I'm doing everything free. But some things are paid because that take my time. Because at that time, for me to afford one book also was very difficult. But nowadays, I can see 100 rupees, 200 rupees is nothing for you all guys. That's why I'm humble and I always want to teach free. 1 minute, no doubt, sir. Live class like this make learning easier. And of course, I'm not just here to make your learning easier, I'm here to make your life easier in the world of software engineering. Anything else, or else we can wind off? It's almost 3 hours and I'm standing and speaking to you all because I'm now unable to sit. Yes, Saurav, in the chat, people faces situation only can understand the value of money and more than the value of time. And I will add one more thing to it, Saurav, the value of people and their time too. And you are absolutely correct over it. The people faces situations knows the value of person first, then time, and then money. Karthik in the chat. Next live, of course, Karthik will be on Sunday, 11 a.m. morning. And Saurav in the chat, me also have the time issue to get into jobs. Of course, Saurav, let's learn together, let's grow together, and I will help you to hunt down the job. 1 minute in the chat. Take care, sir. Get well soon. Of course, thank you for your care, each and everyone, and concern for me. Anything else? I can see many people are watching now. Those who have any doubt can ask related to your job, your career, your roadmap. You're finding it difficult, that you're confused, you want to go into cybersecurity, data analyst, data science. You're all confused, so you can ask me. If you're not comfortable in life, you can connect with me in Discord one to one. You can, and we can have a chat session over there. And talking about code with an M, I think I've added few projects over there. So there are few projects, paid projects. If you're not interested in paid project, nobody is forcing you to buy it. Free projects, and I will be adding more free projects to it, so you can download it and showcase into your profile. Just I'm not getting time to cover many things. I'm not at all confused. Saurav, I know you are not that individual though who is confused. I know you are not at all confused. You are on a right path and you're learning, you're growing, and I can see we are not in meeting in person. You all can see me on camera today. With because of pain, I'm not on the camera, but always I love to be on camera and have a one-to-one session or one-to-many session. But Saurav, I know with the speed of your answer, the accuracy of your answer, you are progressing each and every day. Same with, I think, Karthik, same with SMS, same with Zimam, same with 1 minute, and of course more. I'm not just recalling all of your names. At this point, I'm dreaming in SQL queries. Saurav in the chat, implementing my time in analytics, DSA, Java, and AI agents, giving me less time to each fields. So that's why the roadmap is important, Saurav. Don't jump and try to learn everything in one go. Just okay, if it is on college syllabus, then I can't help it. You all need to pass the college. Yes, it's semester by semester. You need to learn those things and pass it. And I can't help in that. But of course, my roadmap will make you a data analyst or else a software engineering field you want to go in. As we can't eat everything at the same time. This is an example. You have a chutney, you have a salad, you have a roti, and you have a sabzi, and you have a dal rice. Can we eat everything in one go? Not possible. We start with someone will start with rice, someone will start with bread, which is nothing but roti or salad, and then we will go one by one. That is what a learning is. Learn Python, learn this, then learn that, and everything is in continuation. And sooner or later, you won't know that you have already become a data analyst, you already know SQL, you already know Python, and you will wonder, I've started just from July and it's mid August. I already know Python, I already know data analyst, I know SQL. In 1.5 months, you have learned most of the technology for a data analyst. And of course, after ending of SQL, I will be jumping onto the Excel. Excel is also required for data analysis. Saurav in the chat, my AI teacher leaves the college because it's general real personal problem. Now don't know what will happen to this. So Saurav, this is not alone you. Many of us during our college time has faced this issue. Many faculty left due to whatsoever reason, personal or professional or whatever. But that complete semester, that 1 or 2 subjects was self study for us, and I think that will be self study for you all. Karthik in the chat, cloud fundamentals is required in every IT field. So answer to this is Karthik, it's not required in depth for every IT role, but I strongly recommend basic cloud fundamentals for almost everyone entering modern IT. And today we are living in the world of modern IT. For example, what cloud computing is, what is IPaaS, IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So SaaS, you all know, software as a service. PaaS is platform as a service, and you all comment what IaaS is. Then second is compute storage database, how in cloud technology, like we have Google storage, we have AWS S3 bucket, Azure storage, and networking basis, IAM and security basics, region and availability zone, because if someone is using US AI sitting in India, the response of that AI will be very slow. We need to have a server which is nearby India or in India to get a faster response. That's where region and availability zone is important. Basic AWS, Azure, GCP, Google Cloud Computing concept, and deployment basic. Saurav in the chat, infrastructure as a service. Absolutely, you're correct. And then if you want specialized based for your role, developer, cloud plus deployment plus container, data analyst, cloud data warehouse and platform, data engineer, cloud plus ELT, data lakes and warehouses, AI and ML, those who are interested in AI and ML, cloud AI ML services plus GPU infrastructure. I'm talking about cloud, not the GPU you have inside your system, cloud GPUs. And DevOps, of course, they need to know the deep cloud knowledge. Cyber security, cloud security, they need to know. And front end, basic cloud slash deployment is usually enough. For student, for you, if you are a student and still in the college, don't try to become a cloud engineer just because cloud is trending. Learn the fundamental first locally, and then we will go to cloud. And don't worry about it. Once I complete up till my LLM apps, then I will be jumping into React and backend, then full stack, and then cloud. So this code with NM is planned for next 5 to 10 years, or else if I'm in good condition in health and I can teach live up till next 10 to 5, yes, I will be covering most of the technology out there. Okay, let me see the live chat. 1 minute, that's everyone issue. One of the professor is the same, yes, about college professor leaving. uh Saurav in the chat, when to start system design. And 1 minute, attending a live session has become like a series at my serial. I think you mean to say serial at your home. Everyone sits together and watches it, learning together with the whole family. And I will take it as a compliment. And thank you so much. My agenda is learn together and go together. And Karthik in the chat, Azure or AWS, best and easy to understand. Okay, I will answer one by one. So Saurav answer, when to start a system design. So I wouldn't recommend starting system design too early. A good point is where you already have a programming fundamental, OOPS concept, data structure, backend API development knowledge, databases, and basic networking. Then you can start with uh, system designs. Okay. And then if you want a practical sequence, Java, Python, C++, whatever programming fundamental you are comfortable, then OOPS plus DSA, SQL plus any databases. For in my case, I'm using MySQL. Then backend and API. If you're starting with Python, so backend should be in Python and APIs. Then HTTP plus networking basis. Then Git, Linux, and cloud basics, and then system designing. Okay, this is the flow. Don't learn system design just to answer interview question. Start it when you have an enough engineering experience. And let me answer Karthik question, then I will answer your question, sort of. Just bear with me for a few seconds. Karthik question is Azure or AWS, best and easy to understand. I think you're comparing either Azure or we go with the AWS. And I think I will assume this, you are a beginner, that's why you are asking this. So Azure is slightly easier to understand initially, specifically if you're already familiar with Microsoft tools. But for career opportunities and learning resources, I will always recommend AWS first. Okay, so beginner friendly Azure, I can give you 4-star, 5-star, and AWS 4-star. Market adoption, both are 5 stars. Learning resources, AWS has 5-star. You will find ample of videos, learning tools, learning documents for AWS. And Azure, it is less compared to AWS. And startup generally use AWS. Microsoft ecosystem, if you say, Azure is, if you're working for Microsoft or any product on Microsoft, then you go with Azure. Data enterprises, they go with Azure and AWS both. So my recommendation for you to make it easy, go with AWS. Don't learn both initially. Okay. According, then Saurav in the chat, according to you, where we are till December. Okay, this is now August. We will be ending SQL and we will be starting with Excel up till mid of September. I think the Excel will be ended. Then I will be starting with data science and ML. So up till December, we will be completing, or 70 to 80% we will be completing data science and ML, because that is huge. In data science and ML, I also need to explain you few mathematics and statistics if you're not good at that. Because see, I can use few libraries and I can give you, okay, use this library, create a model. This is your F1 score. This is your accuracy. This is that, and done. But I am not that person. We will be understanding what is model. If you want how to create your model, then how to use your model. Okay. That's why up till December, we will be on data science and ML, and that is a huge part. Because after understanding data science and ML, if you all are interested to learn deep learning, then I will be jumping into that. Or else I will jumping into the AI and LLM apps. And of course, on ML part, we will be seeing NLP, Gen AI, and computer vision. Anything else? DSA's Karthik in the chat is asking DSA. Karthik, I'm not laughing on you. Don't worry, I'm not laughing on your question. I'm laughing on this that DSA is not only used in AIML, it is used in each and everything in each and every field in software engineering. So answer is yes, DSA is useful in AIML, but not that depth. You need to means you need to know the high level of algorithms, how algorithms has been created. For example, see, if you want to create your own model, it's nothing but a mathematical there is a problem, we can solve it with the help of mathematics, and that mathematics we need to convert it into a software, into a library, into a code. And there is the conversion of a basic maths to an algorithm. Every algorithm is a mathematics, understand this. For example, 2 plus 2 is 4, num1 plus num2 equals to that particular answer. So num1 is 2, num2 is 2. This is a maths. Someone has converted this logic into algorithm, and then we are using it as a sum function in Excel or in data science. Okay. So most of the data scientist or ML engineer role, you don't use advanced DSA every day like competitive programming, but you should understand array, hash map, trees, graph, sorting, searching, complexity, recursion, basic optimization. The bigger reason to learn DSA is that it improves your ability to think about efficiency and designing a particular algorithm, and it's also commonly tested in ML and AI engineering interviews. That's why I am saying this. It is taking me a much more time to create a DSA 35 videos. Why there is a 35 videos? Because I've planned all this, planned a proper DSA for you all to learn once for all. Or else I can create 3 videos like other YouTubers and post it. But I'm not a mean person. I'm here to teach you all and make your future bright. That's why it is taking me time to create new examples. For example, how Google find the shortest distance from your location to whatever place you want to go and give you the fuel efficiency path. This is all because of DSA. Okay. I hope you understand, Karthik. So it is important to learn, but not that deep level, but yeah, high level. Saurav in the chat, DSA is asked in every interview. Yes, of course, it is asked in every interview, and from many years, I have answered DSA questions. That was in round one only. But up now, I am on the very experienced position, so they don't ask me to code. They don't ask me the DSA. Now I am into problem solving. They give me the real problem of their company, and they say, how, if we hire you, how you will solve this. So now at my level, they ask me this type of question, but for you they will ask you DSA, coding questions, and much more. Okay, literally, sorry in the chat, literally I don't start the practical implementation. Don't start the practical sorry, I think there is a typo in here, but I if literally I don't start the practical implementation. Okay, so I think you mean to say you know DSA somewhat, but you haven't started applying the DSA concept in problems. And people, those who want to know more about me, it's Code with NM. You can scroll down on my website. Just visit codewithnm.com and you can read my story. Okay, how I started my career, how I'm interested in everything and other things. Okay. Okay, anything else? And on Sunday's live, after my tomorrow's doctor visit or doctor consultation, I will be letting you know that this 3 live per week is continue, or else if something bad is happened to me or my leg, then it will be 4 live per week. So in the chat, I face difficulties in thinking about the steps required to solve a problem. So answer to this very big. And of course, answer to this first, the concept clear. If my basic DSA concept is clear, if I'm good at Python programming, and I've just seen a problem, then I break down it and understand the problem. Then I will start thinking which DSA should I apply if it is a DSA problem, or else how can I solve it. This type of approach will help you. Karthik in the chat, yes, I understand a fear of data structure and algorithm, so that's the reason. Karthik, I think I'm teaching more than 10, 12, 13 years. I'm not remembering then how far I'm from since I'm teaching. I think I started teaching in classes in 2011, I think. It's more than 14 or 15 years. And I've seen many learners or students have one fear in software engineering, which is nothing but DSA. So that's why I'm very much planning that 35 videos. Once you've gone through that 35 videos, and mind it, I will be limiting that 35 videos to 10 to 15 minutes only, not more than that. So once you've gone through and solve each and every problem on that my DSA playlist, in future you will never fear DSA. And I think now you already know my teaching things, so you will know how fantastic that videos will be. Okay, anything else, or let's wind up and we can have this Q&A session on Sunday morning also. Okay, so sorry for winding this off because now I'm unable to stand and sit also. My leg is completely swollen. So I'm on a mission to make you market ready data analyst as well as SQL engineer. So code with precision, ship with vision. Subscribe now to join this mission, and I will see you in the next live, which is on this Sunday, 11 a.m. Don't miss out, and take care. God bless you. Be safe out there.